Take time away from the modern day distractions. A lot of us spend all our time on these modern day distractions: Instagram, Netflix, social media, all these different things, porn, OnlyFans, some of you. But overall, we need to take time away from these distractions, because overall we will take ourselves away from who we want to be overall. Because when we spend our time on these apps, on these things, they're using our attention. They're using the leverage of our attention to make them more money. They're using the leverage of our minds being so caught up on their apps to make them more profit, make them more money, make them more prominent, more successful. But in turn, it's making you less successful. It's making you less happy over a period of time. It may make you feel happy in the moment. It may give you a short-term little bit of pleasure. But overall, past the moment of that, you are not going to help yourself and you're not going to better yourself, And it's important for us to understand that we need to take time away from these modern day distractions. Get out in nature like this. Something like this is so beautiful, just being sat about in nature. There's something so beautiful about the birds chirping, the beautiful flowers, the beautiful weather, the beautiful grass. Just being outside like this and connecting with the earth in a way. There's something so beautiful and blissful about that. Meditation, journaling, working on things you want to achieve and actually furthering yourself, working on your body, building a better physique. That's a beautiful thing. But when you're on these modern day distractions, Instagram, YouTube, all these different things, and it's ironic because I'm on YouTube now, I know, but I'm trying to spread a positive message, and this may actually help you instead of taking away from you like the other videos that people make that are just made to capture you all the time. You can actually start seeing progress in yourself. You can actually start seeing yourself get better and better and better. And that's what we want. And that's what I want for you. I want you to see the actual beauty that's in this world. And when you're on these distractions, when you're on these apps, you don't see the beauty that's actually out there. You don't see the beauty that you can build in yourself. You don't see the actual rewards that you can get in yourself, if that makes sense. You really don't, because you are going to be constantly glued to these things. You're going to be constantly glued to YouTube, Instagram, social media, porn, all these things. And it's going to consume so much time in your life that it's going to take away from you over a period of time when you could have worked on something that you wanted to achieve. You could have built yourself up into someone who you wanted to be. You could have actually built something in you, built up your mental health a bit better by meditating, journaling, getting out like this, working on yourself, working on something you want to achieve and getting a little bit of results. You could have done a lot of things in that time, but instead you just consumed media. You consumed media that didn't actually help you and didn't actually benefit you. And what does that do to you? What does that actually do to you on a psychological level? That ruins you in the future, because then you're going to hold yourself in the idea that you've wasted loads of time on yourself. And I don't want you to waste time on yourself, waste time that you could have used for yourself to truly help you, to truly better you, to truly make you feel a bit better in yourself and better in this world. Because when we do that, we're going to feel hopeless and we're going to feel more unhappy in ourselves and more unhappy in our life. And that's going to just literally take away from us and just make us feel negative and hate ourselves and feel like nothing. But whereas if you took that time to literally try to help you, try to better your situation, whatever situation you're in, try to better your scenario, whatever areas you need to work on, there's always areas we need to work on, including me. I'm nowhere near perfect, nowhere near. And no one, even in this world, is perfect. No one is. And there's always areas that we need to improve on and better. And if you work on them areas, you will start seeing a positive effect on you. And even though it may be time consuming to work on them areas, it may take a little bit of risk, it may take a little bit of sacrifice from things you want to do right now, you can actually better yourself and better your scenario and better you as a person. And you're going to see that in every single scenario now. You're going to feel that in yourself in the future. And how beautiful is that for you? How beautiful is that for you? Just ask yourself that question. How beautiful is that for you when you start seeing growth in an area that you are lacking in? And you start seeing a bit of growth in yourself, start seeing a bit of growth in you as a person. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? And that's something that these modern day distractions can't give you. When you literally grow and better yourself, that makes you feel exceptional in you. And that in turn makes you more grateful for you, leading to a better reality, because you're more grateful in yourself and you're more grateful for you as a person. Therefore, that's going to translate into every area, including how you feel on a daily basis, and also including with how you interact with people. But if you put all that energy that you put into Instagram and all these things and all these apps, and you put that into you, or even if you put a bit of that into you, imagine the effect it have on you. Imagine the positive effect it have on you. It'd be exceptional. And this is coming from someone who used to be addicted to them apps, used to be addicted to them. I'm not even lying, I was addicted to these apps. Like literally 7-8 months ago, I was addicted to these apps. Very addicted. Always consuming them, always getting caught up in them, seeing what this person done from school, this person. Oh, well, I spoke to this person before, let's see what they've done. And then you just get caught up. Oh, this celebrity that I like, let's look at them. And that just took away from me, man. It just took away from me. And you just literally take away from yourself and ruin yourself. And it's important for us to realize this when we're on these things, because if we understand the effects it has on us, how it crushes your dopamine as well, how it literally makes your dopamine high and gets you used to all this going on, that you can't even sit in a field like this and enjoy the moment. You understand that it just takes away from you to the point that you can't even be in a conversation with someone without having to look at your phone, having to see if this person's texted you, this person's done this. And it's important for us to understand that we need to take away from these modern day distractions. They're literally there for them to profit off you. They're literally there for you to them to profit off you. You know what I mean? It's literally there so they can make money out of you. Use your time, use your attention to make money. In turn, making you weaker. In turn, keeping you in that cycle of literally watching, giving to these companies, and not giving anything to yourself. And you're not giving anything to yourself. You're giving yourself a little short-term pleasure that will ruin you in the future, that make you feel terrible in the future, that make you feel like you're nothing in the future, that make you really question why you've done these things, and you're going to feel like you wasted time in the future. And I don't want you lot in this position. I really don't. And I might get a bit of hate on this video, but I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't give a fuck, because I know it helps some of you. And it's important for us to understand that we seriously need to take a bit of time away from this. Take some time away from this and start dedicating time to you. Start dedicating time to you. Because when you dedicate time to you and you feel gratitude and happiness in you, which you take a bit of time, which you take a bit of effort, which you take a bit of consistency, you're going to see rewards in every area of your life. How you interact with your family, how you interact with people, how you literally feel in yourself. And imagine what that does to your confidence and how you feel in your life. That has an insane effect on you overall. But if you don't actually dedicate time to yourself, you're going to leave yourself behind, you're going to feel like you wasted time, and you're going to be unhappy in yourself in the future, just for a little tiny bit of short-term pleasure now. It's the same thing with dieting. It's the same thing with losing weight. If you give into that junk food now, you're going to feel terrible in the future. If you give into too much junk food, and you're going to feel like, oh, I wanted to get in shape, but oh no, I didn't. When if you just looked at the long-term version of that, and you understood, oh, I need to diet today, be in a calorie deficit today, calorie deficit tomorrow, calorie deficit, gym, and you understand that over a period of time you can get there, that's going to have the true effect and the true reward on you as a person. That's going to make you feel grateful for your life and grateful for yourself. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a sensational and beautiful thing for you. But I don't want you lot to be in this cycle of just constantly giving into these apps, giving into this social media all the time. All this media all the time. Every now and again it's all right, but if you're giving into it all the time, it loses its buzz, it loses its effect, it loses the happiness that you get from it as well, the gratitude you literally get from it, the way you feel when you're on these things. It loses it, and you just take away from yourself for a little bit of short-term pleasure. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it when you could have put that into you and put that into yourself and helped yourself and literally bettered you as a person? We know the answer. So it's up to you now. Choose what you want to do. Choose if you want to give into these apps all the time, take away from yourself, take away from you as a person, or choose if you want to better yourself and put it into you and actually see rewards in yourself and better you as a person. It's up to you. So I hope you lot got a lot of value in this video. Like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for the love recently. Hope you got some value. Thank you.